She rammed the front right passenger side door. So I pull over to the side of the road as you're supposed to, and I wait there for like 10 minutes for her to pull up. She's sitting there in the middle of traffic for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Lo
She
and
drove
behold,
away?
she fucking leaves and pulls out of the freaking roadway. And I'm standing there like, wait a second, what happened? She's gone.
Hi, I'm Emilio.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're two friends from two different countries. Join us as we share our online friendship with you guys.
And the perspectives from two different worlds.
The show starts now. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the Terminally Online Pen Pals podcast. I am your host, youtube.com/theboss, and I'm here with youtube.com/the nostalgia factor.
Yes.
This is the episode where I go insane because I'm just speaking into the void. There is no one here.
No, it's just the disembodied voices of the corrupt parts of our minds, as we do here on the Nostalgia Factor, and I assure you, is definitely done on the boss. A lot of different voices in that head, including therapy boosts. What are the characters that I do that didn't go anywhere?
What are you asking me? You're the guy that
what are the
created
characters
him.
that I like? Theory Boss, or the bunch of random ass characters I did nothing with for years.
I don't know. I mean, if any of you guys know what we're talking about, and for some reason are still sticking in the video here around, if you don't, congratulations.
I'm so sorry.
You're a real Top Pod fan.
Yeah, you're a real Top Pod OG. And sorry, we've been away for a while, guys. We haven't seen you guys since last year. Insert dad joke here.
Yeah,
but
I haven't showered since 2024, or how were you supposed to do the joke?
Yeah, since 2024, he's got it. But we're back, guys. We're a lot better than ever, and this was an epic intro to get us started to a new year of the podcast.
We're so great that Ryan died and became a ghost.
I did, and then Emilio quickly followed suit. Not because he cared about my death or anything, but realized, oh shit, I can't convince anyone to actually deal with me on a podcast for an hour.
I'm still
or
alive.
So.
I mean, people in the video version are seeing my cameras on.
Oh, I'm just recording this from the afterlife, to be honest.
Yeah, I have
Somehow
a Ouija
we had
board
the technology
off camera,
to do it.
And that's how we're doing it.
We invented the technology to where, I mean, I have a pretty nice apartment here. The Wi-Fi connection is kind of shit. That's why the camera won't work.
Not much has changed.
But, we're able to record. Yeah. The internet bill here is due. It's like, you realize in the afterlife, you still got to pay for an internet bill, right?
Yeah.
So like $300 a month.
You still have to pay for utilities in the afterlife. It's crazy.
Yeah, utilities and everything. It's actually like real life, only I'm dead, I guess is the only difference. That's really the only difference at this point, guys. So spoiler alert, your afterlife is going to be really fucking boring.
It's not going to change much from what you have here on Earth, so...
Nope. That crappy apartment you guys are listening to this episode, the first one of 2026, prepare to do that after you die.
Awesome. Anyways, guys, well, we have been away, and most likely it's next week. At least I know I won't be able to film an episode, so we're going to try and make this one an hour long, enough to keep you guys satisfied. Yes, sir. So get ready for an hour of I went to work, hung out with friends, and that was it.
That was all I did, guys. Hell yeah.
In a month
Not
since
really.
the last episode.
There's a lot. That's pretty much the gist. Look, I'm open with you guys here on the show. I have interesting topics I like to discuss. In terms of my personal life, though, unlike Emilio here, who's now a world-famous journalist, I can't go over the details of my job because that's an issue of national security in the federal government.
Pussy.
So
I was
if I talk about it, I was going to say, if I talk about a lot of this interesting stuff about my job, which is a good bulk of my time, obviously, my career, the government shadow assassins are either going to come after me, or if I'm lucky, I'll just be fired. One thing I can talk about, though, because it's public news, this isn't anything. This is something I wanted to mention actually last episode, and I can talk about it now because he's released. But I actually met. Cut this part out. So, just
guys,
not...
and we're back. Ryan accidentally doxed himself.
We're back. I accidentally doxed myself and revealed some information that should not be revealed, no matter how public it is. Just know your boy has a habit of meeting celebrities that you may or may not recognize in the media. That's it. That's all the details you guys get on the podcast. That's all I got. What I thought was an interesting story turned out into a possible issue of national security.
Well, yeah,
especially on a public.
Ryan accidentally doxed himself. Like,
yeah,
it sounds like a pretty.
Accidentally, I feel like even though you can look this particular guy up and see, it's not a great idea for me to talk about it.
Yeah. It's like, it sounds like the story that could become the story on the show. Like the anecdote to
like
destroy
this would
all
be
anecdote.
like a really good story. There's so many good details that I could give about it from my interactions with them, but it would be really bad for my job security. So that story will not be public on
a great
podcast.
TikTok clip, great clickbait.
That would have been great. What are you doing? This just made a good TikTok clip. What are you talking about?
I accidentally doxed myself.
Accidentally almost doxed myself, yes.
And what about the house?
The house is almost done, actually. I talked about that in the last episode before we went on break this past month. There's been a lot of things that have been going on for me in my personal life. I officially have a girlfriend now, if it wasn't obvious before. I talked about before. Yep. We made it official during the break.
Finally.
For a personal. Yep, finally made it official. We went and checked out a new restaurant in a town or city close to me. It's Longhorn Steakhouse. It's basically it's a good place. Yeah, it's a good place for those of you who are from the States. Not as good as Texas Roadhouse, but it's a good place. We ended up meeting there for our 4th or 5th date, and after we had a very fun time. Yep, 5 dates before we made it official, roughly. And then she popped the question, so did I, and we're official. So
this is awesome, guys. I jokingly said that if Ryan gets married, this would be the only reason I would return to the United States.
That was
so now I'm getting worried how fast things are going.
Emilio, how fast things are progressing.
Can you guys slow down?
I'm going to invite Emilio to the wedding, and dude, no matter how expensive it is, you literally have no reason not to show up here now. This is your excuse and reason to come up. Yeah. Although I do have some other stuff I want to talk about too. I went through a bit of a rough patch with my car last week, and there's a little bit more to this one. I did. I did, but it was more than that. Within a 24-hour span, guys, both sides of my car on the doors were both dented. One in an incident with a deer, and another one in what you could argue is a technical hit-and-run incident.
What?
Where someone hit me.
What do you mean a technical hit-and-run incident?
Because of how it played out, you could label it as a hit-and-run or a collision. So that's something else in the Rian personal news I want to share. It's like a 2-parter.
Why? Okay. Ryan, this gave you more questions than answers.
With that's the whole point of the show. I give very vague details on a possibly interesting story, and then we just ignore it and maybe come back to it. Maybe we don't. I don't know.
So come April, you guys will know why Ryan in this car.
Come April, you guys will finally hear about the epic automotive story. But before we get to the auto story, it's looking great. No, guys. Okay, on a serious note, let's just get into it. This was January 16th and 17th. For the first time ever, you guys know about my unlucky streak with deer. For some reason, they're attracted to me. They've cost me two cars already since 2020. Oh, I'm sorry, since 2019, and multiple cases of body damage with my third official car that I have, which is a Camry. So this car has been.
What's the license
This car
plate
has
though?
been. Oh, the license plate is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. That's all 6 letters. Oh, I mean numbers. Damn it. Yeah, 6 numbers. But yeah, this Camry has survived a lot of impacts from deer over the years, mostly minor damage, but there's been a lot of cases of it. So there was this past week, past weekend, I should say. I ended up being involved in 2 automotive incidents within a 24-hour period that my insurance company is still baffled by how that happened. They were borderline thinking that the second one was a scam,
They're
which it
probably
was not.
thinking you're committing like fraud at this point.
That's actually what they thought at first. The deer part, that was fine enough. So I'll go into detail. I was heading down from my parents' place down to my residence. I was starting to head down the road straight down from their place. I was cleaning up the house. We're still finishing renovations for, house updates. The house is mainly finished at this point for me to move in,
The house.
which will be happening sooner rather than later. But I was heading back home after. Yep, the nostalgia manor is about done for me to fully move in. I was heading down the road from my parents' place because I was visiting with them, helping them out. My family members of mine were back in town and whatnot. I was probably about not even half, of maybe 200 feet out of the driveway when I turned on my high beams. They live in the middle of the country, so there's fields on both sides of their house. Whenever I'm driving down, as I'm driving back from their house, I'm driving down the road, and one of the fields on the left-hand side, a deer runs out at me at the last second and rams into the front driver's side of the car and leaves this massive ass dent into the side of it. And I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, this is another bullshit deer incident, and no, it didn't total the car. It's completely drivable. This was an inconvenient fucking incident because the damage that occurred happened between the door panel and the door, where the door opens and closes, meaning I have to suck my gut in. It only opens halfway. Only half the fucking door opens was the biggest issue. That in the front end. So I have to inhale and squeeze my gut in every time I enter my car. I go in or out of the place. It made for a more inconvenient incident. I wasn't injured, but as soon as I got back to my house, I'm like, okay, it's probably just a dent. There's no indicator lights. As soon as I opened the door, I could barely get out. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I was almost stuck in my own car, is how dented this thing is. I couldn't get out. I had to climb my ass over the passenger seat or inhale deeply to get into my car. And that's still the case right now.
Well, I mean, the deer's dead. So you know.
Yeah, no, the deer survived. It was a very minor hit, actually. The deer ran off. It might have broken a leg, but it lived.
If anybody sees that deer that's limping, kill it.
Yes, absolutely. If someone sees it, I'm putting a $500 bounty on it. And I say $500 bounty because that's how much my insurance deductible is going to be for the second automotive incident. So
shit. And what about the second one?
USAA, thank you. The second one was less than 24 hours later, and it involved a car striking me.
Oh my god, so like, what?
Not fucking kidding. This is the reason why my insurance company thought the second one was a scam at first until I explained it. Which this actually happened. It's not faked at all. So my insurance company, if you're listening to this,
watching this.
This legitimately happened. It's not a false claim. Please don't send me to prison. This actually happened. I was heading down I was actually going to meet with my girlfriend at the time when it happened. I was on the phone with her. That's when the insurance people
started thinking it was fake.
Yep, yeah. It's like, there's no way they saw my profile picture and like, there's no way this dude has a girlfriend. There's zero chance. But no, stranger things have happened, guys. Which also ended on Netflix recently, by the way. So, but I was heading down to meet my girlfriend at Longhorn Steakhouse, the new restaurant that opened up in the city near me. And I had her on Bluetooth, hands-free device, so I wouldn't be distracted or anything. And I'm heading by the Sheetz gas station, which is a popular line of gas stations in
It's
the
a
East
great
Coast.
place to run towards when you're high.
Apparently, actually, he's not wrong. I've seen drug busts there in the past, where they've taken stacks of cocaine out of some guy's car. So he's right. But I was driving past the Sheetz gas station, and I was talking with her. I was maybe like 3 minutes away from the restaurant. Lo and behold, as I'm talking with her, I go by the Sheetz, and there's a red SUV that pulls up next to me. I don't know if she wasn't paying attention or what, or trying to change lanes. I'm still not sure. She rammed the front right passenger side door of my car. And I yelled, "Son of a bitch," out loud. And I say to my girlfriend, "I have to call you back later. My car was just struck." So I pull over to the side of the road as you're supposed to. And I wait there for like 10 minutes for her to pull up. She's sitting there in the middle of traffic for some reason. I don't know why. But she's sitting in the middle of traffic. She rolls up, and I see it's this older lady. She looks, and she's apologetic. She's apologizing for the incident. My car has this big dent. I'm out of it at this point. She's apologizing for it, and I tell her, are you okay? I wasn't injured or anything else. She pulls up and parks in front of me, and there was a Samaritan that walked up in a white truck behind us, and he's just like, "I'm just checking to make sure everyone's fine." Once he confirmed that, he left. I walked up to the woman's car and told her again, "Yeah, I'm fine. You're not injured. Your car wasn't really damaged or anything else either. Mine has a dent and whatnot." I walked back toward my car in order to get my notebook and pen so I can exchange insurance information with her.
Yeah.
Lo
She
and
drove
behold,
away?
she got I don't know if she got the impression that the incident was clear or what, or she thought, okay, he verified we're okay. He's getting ready to leave. He's letting me go. Not a big deal. She fucking leaves and pulls out for the freaking roadway. And I'm standing like, wait a second. What happened? She's gone. I didn't get her plate number. I didn't have her name.
Oh, my God.
I didn't have any of her insurance information. So here I am like, well, I guess this is coming out of my ass, huh? So I end up going to the restaurant. Like, this is 20 or 30 minutes late to meeting my girlfriend. She's like, "Are you okay?" It sounded like you're really upset on the phone. I'm like, take a look at my car on the other side. She looks at it. She's like, "Holy crap, what happened?" I'm like, this was pretty much a hit and run. What had happened?
Yeah.
I don't understand fully why she left in the first place. She didn't speed off. She left and honked at me like everything was cool. She must have thought I was letting her go. So long story short,
maybe you got recognized for the podcast.
Maybe. If you're listening to this, woman who hit me, I'm coming.
She was like, "Oh, that's the boss from the..."
That's the boss from YouTube.
Yeah, from youtube.com/theboss.
World famous YouTuber.
He's probably a millionaire.
I'm using my... Yep, I'm using my influence.
He could use the Kofi money to pay for that. Oh, well, time to leave.
Exactly.
He probably has many millions of dollars from kofi.com/TOPP.pod.
Exactly. This definitely isn't an unfortunate story in order to actually promote our Kofi or anything, by the way.
But if you guys want to donate, we're not against
If you want to donate, you can. Feel free.
If anybody can donate to the paying for 2-car doors fund.
Yep. Because the ironic thing is, from the red SUV incident, it was the exact same damage. And now I can't open... The passenger side of my door also now opens about halfway. You can't make this shit up. It's the same identical damage on both sides of the car from 2 incidents in less than 24 hours. This is the reason why my insurance company... I got the impression when I talked to the first guy about the SUV incident, he at first thought I was fucking with him, that it was a scam. I'm like, no, this actually happened. It's real.
They went like, you again?
But guys, I need your ideas right now too. For this edition of Ryan Recommends,
I
recommend
recommend you
what vehicle.
guys to give me an idea.
How should I get to work until my car is fixed in a convenient fashion? What should I take to get to work, and how should I get there?
Time to talk about what I was up to.
Okay, so this is the part of the podcast that we're going to collaborate on and completely cut out. Not because it's not interesting, but because no one cares. So, but continue on anyway, buddy. I'm very curious.
Doesn't that mean the same? Okay. Well, guys, basically, I went to my work as a teacher at this prison. Recently, a new inmate.
Okay.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm teaching him how to.
you
I'm teaching him.
You better cut that part of the episode out. What the fuck?
And we're back. Okay, Ryan didn't like my joke and wants me to cut it out.
No, I not. That literally goes against what the redacted topic was.
But I'm not saying it's not even the same person.
You're referencing the fucking example. Most of our audience are pretty okay. They're kids, but they can put two and two together.
Most of our audience, most of the people that listen to this have PhDs. You're right. I shouldn't even do this.
Pretty much. Does anyone intelligent really watch this podcast? Probably not.
I hope so.
Probably
no, they do, Ryan. So okay, you're not only calling my audience stupid, you're also playing a video game whilst we record this.
First of all, that's our audience.
Shaking my head. Anyways, guys. I had a pretty cool work experience. I was a cameraman at a professional wrestling event.
Oh, I saw that actually.
That was pretty fun.
It looked like it anyway. That's not the one I'm curious about, though, to be honest with you. That you went to.
Well,
I'm more so curious about the furry convention that you went to that I saw on Instagram.
Or did I just talk? Did I just say I was going to do it? Oh yeah, I think I just talked about it.
You were going to do it. You didn't talk about it. I saw like shortly after that last episode. I saw on Instagram you standing between two guys wearing dog fursuits. I'm like, this son of a bitch actually did it.
Oh yeah, that was.
He actually.
That was technically that was before Christmas, so that was first. So I guess we could talk about that one first.
Yeah.
No,
I admit I am curious.
Yeah. So I'm doing a piece on men's mental health.
Which I support, by the way.
And that's why, and we thought it'd be interesting to go to Anime Expo, which happened to be
the lack thereof.
To talk about. Well, it's not Anime Expo technically. It's like they want to advertise it as like a Comic-Con type event, like for all things geeks and nerds. But most of the stuff you see there is anime related. But yeah, we went there and we did interviews, and that photo is a bit from that piece. Honestly, I told my camera person, like, oh, it'd be so funny if we interviewed these guys. But honestly, I think that was one of the worst interviews we did.
Oh my God.
Not because
did they reveal too much information?
Not because of the responses. They were good, but it was just now that I'm editing that particular project, it's a bit hard to. It was a bit hard because of the audio to hear what they were saying.
Oh, okay. So not the content, but the audio quality. I gotcha.
Yeah, because there's a lot of noise there, and obviously because they're wearing fursuits, their voices are a bit muffled. Yeah. Like the audio, like the microphone, I think got quality audio, but whilst I was there doing the interview, it was hard to hear what they were trying to tell me. So,
oh gosh.
So yeah,
I can only imagine on that front.
But we got a bunch of interviews. We think, I think that will be a good little video. And yeah, I forgot. I was like thinking about it when I was thinking about what I was gonna talk about on my recap. But because I thought I already talked about it. And but yeah, I mean, it was fun. It had been a while since I had gone to an event like that. But yeah, got a lot of interviews. It's really funny talking about serious topics when people are wearing cosplay.
Yeah, that's fair.
A guy said mid-interview, I thought this was about cosplay, not about my issues.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
But yeah, we got a lot of cool interviews, and it was funny.
Yeah, that does sound awesome, bud. And I get the whole awkward question angle. As a former journalist myself, I understand about having to ask the hard-hitting questions. You know, the awkward ones, the ones people may not want to answer too much. You know, having to try and get the story from people,
guys,
take
get
down
ready
statements.
For a great joke.
Yeah, that's not a joke. I was a journalist, actually. I was actually published in the state newspaper twice in Pennsylvania, where I went to school.
He doxed himself again, guys. God damn it. And
I've already revealed I live in Maryland. It's just not revealing where.
Anyways, guys, I know that's where the deers hit cars now. So.
Yeah, but no, I'm not. I'll share that another time though for my journal adventures. You go ahead with your recap still, buddy.
And then after that, the day after Christmas was the day I was a cameraman at a professional wrestling event. That was pretty cool. My friend, he runs a broadcast for a local wrestling company, and that day they were going to be short one camera person, so they brought me in. It was hard just because, well, when I was in college, I did do camera operating for a live event, but it was a soccer match, so it was a lot less going on. And I think I only worked camera once, and then the next time I was doing replays. So, but
does that sound?
But yeah, it had been a while, and it was hard because there was 3 cameras, so one main camera that was set up on a tripod. You could see the entire ring. Then there was another mobile camera that was wireless on the left side, and I was on the right side, but my camera had to be plugged in the entire time. So I basically could not move. There was a lot of points where I would walk and suddenly felt like I was being pulled, but it was just, the wire. It was I didn't have like a lot of I couldn't move a lot. So
okay.
It was hard, but it was fun. I mean, you're really up close to where all the violence is happening. So
yeah, that sounds like a great benefit of a wrestling match.
So it's
see the blood and guts everywhere.
It's a bit scary. I mean, there were other they weren't from the broadcast, but they were photographers there, and I would just see how they had the ability basically to run away,
What if you would have described what I can picture when you say you're going to a wrestling event for a story or to do your journal work, what I can see Emilio doing is getting the best seats in the house where all the matches are happening right there by the ring. And then he's trying to interview people during the game and asking the worst questions possible at the time. Like, hey guys, so how fake is this event? Like, you guys clearly aren't getting actually hurt. That blood has to be fake. It's like, how do you guys choreograph this entire thing?
I mean, yeah, but that wasn't from my job. I was just doing a favor to a friend as a camera person.
Okay, fair enough.
I was just a camera person.
But that would be a good story, though.
So I don't think so, but maybe it'd be a funny TikTok
It'd be
clip.
funny for the podcast.
But
yeah.
But I mean, it was fun.
Ass kicked in the game.
It was cool because I got the wrestlers to talk to the camera. Just And it was pretty funny because they brought on these two guest wrestlers sort of to fight the best wrestlers from the company, and they were from out of town.
Sounds right.
So they would just grab my camera and started saying, "People from Leon are all I don't know how to translate this, but basically poor. I don't know. It's like poor or smelly, but obviously in a much more vulgar way."
I was gonna say, what kind of insult is that?
Yeah, it doesn't translate great, but
yeah, it's fine.
But anyways, yeah. So it was pretty fun, and I think it was a great experience. I would do it again. Hopefully, I can use the other camera the next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. It was cool. It was really boring the leading up to it because we finished. When I got there, most of it was already set up. I just helped setting up the stuff for the people that were going to do the commentating.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then we got done pretty fast, and then we had to wait for everything to start. But it was a fun experience. My camera was the angle for, you know how they do the entrances in wrestling. That was the camera I had, so it was pretty cool.
That's cool.
And
I got to.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice piece of sports news that you're up to, buddy. I do want to say though, during the break, I know Emilio was working on a lot of journal stuff as well. I was reading a lot of articles that came up in the news, and I wanted to tell you guys, since me and Emilio have been friends for a long time, we're fans of a lot of things. The Green Bay Packers devastatingly and unfortunately
you want to get into this? No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, they
Ryan
lost.
Gets exposed. I'm gonna mute Ryan for a bit.
The Steelers did. It was.
Anyways,
the Packers game was a shit show, guys. I'm sorry.
Ryan, I wasn't even gonna bring this up. Ryan. So the Packers lost. The Packers lost.
I
to the
sent
Bears.
Emilio like 1,000 memes
and
the day they lost.
Ryan was like, "Haha, your team lost," and I keep telling him, "The Steelers play tomorrow, dude. Worry about your team.
Yep.
Worry about your team getting to the next round." And Ryan, what happened?
The Steelers did their best. They didn't lose first like the Packers did.
They didn't
the
lose
Texans
by
are
30
the worst
points.
football team of all time. What else?
Did you know that you're older than the Houston Texans?
Yeah, I did not know that actually.
Yeah.
I looked it up. No joke though, outside the games. I was curious because I'm like, okay, the Steelers are fucking out too. I can't defend them on that one. They lost 30-6 to the Texans. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be eating shit from Emilio on this one. That's the first thing I said, actually, because I was out at a restaurant when the game was going, and I'm like, I was with some of my friends, and I was saying, damn it. One of my buddies who's a Steelers fan, Josh, he was upset about the whole event as well. He's also been on this show. We were out with our other buddy, and I looked at Josh, and I'm like, this is horrible. And he's like, why? Because the Steelers lost? I'm like, no, because I roasted Emilio just a day or two ago on the Packers losing, and now I'm going to look like an absolute dipshit. So I'm like, I'm going to eat crow on this one. So
yeah, that week
enough.
We were supposed to do the podcast, and mysteriously Ryan was like, actually, the house had an issue, so I can't film.
Okay, that was true. You can't say shit. You canceled 3 weeks in a row before that.
I was busy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you were completely busy every day.
Yeah, I had my wisdom teeth taken out, which is the next anecdote.
Yeah, definitely.
That was, guys, if you have the opportunity to get your wisdom teeth taken out, I think you guys should avoid doing it. Have you ever had your wisdom teeth taken out, Ryan?
I have, actually. I had my wisdom teeth taken out 2 years ago.
It's an awful experience. It was
definitely an interesting experience. Yeah, it's not fun at all, guys. The difference is, though, I was actually kind of fortunate in mine. My sister had 3 of hers taken out. I only had 1.
Dude, you're so lucky. I had 4.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Then yours must have been far worse than mine. Mine was pretty painful, and I didn't enjoy the experience, obviously. But on all four sides of your mouth, I can only imagine how painful that must have been in the aftermath.
It was 3 hours of me sitting in that
Holy
chair.
shit. I think mine was like an hour or a little over an hour, something like that.
Yeah. It was not a great experience. Once we were done, I really had to pee, and I go to the bathroom. Trigger warning of like fluids. Make you feel queasy. But yeah, basically, I walk into the bathroom, I pee, and then I look at the mirror, and my entire mouth is filled with blood.
Oh my, yep, that's about right.
And I was like, I'm about to pass out right here.
But he's not wrong. That's exactly how it ends up.
Because like
your mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what happened to me as well. Like after I had my surgery or operation done, right after that, I remember the bad part. I don't know if this was the same experience for you, but when I got my one wisdom tooth taken out, when they took me into the dentist office or the surgeon's office, they put me on the table. They put an IV drip in my arm, I guess, because that was going to knock me out. The last thing that I remember before they put me under, they had a trainee nurse who was in there. And one of the more experienced nurses came up to her and said, "You put that in the wrong spot in his arm. He's bleeding." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" Then boom, I was fucking out. That was the last thing that I heard before I was put under.
But that's the thing, dude. They didn't put me under.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because for me, when they put...
Yeah.
It was weird because when they put me under for it, they knocked me out with anesthesia or an anesthetic. It was like a second went by. It was like over an hour to get the surgery done, but I was out like a light. And then when I woke up next, you see a lot of these videos online where people say stupid and random things. Yeah. I didn't do that. I was actually about half aware of what was going on. So I had like my thoughts. I could work out what was going down and everything. They took me out of the doctor's office in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk.
Holy.
So because of the end, that's how powerful that stuff is. They did that for me. They took me out in a wheelchair. My dad drove me back home. They had packed it with the tape, sewed it shut, and it healed over the course of like a few weeks or so after. But I had to sleep like 4 or 5 hours
this
straight.
Happened to me, but were you missing a kidney when you were done? I'm just kidding.
Surprisingly, no, not a kidney. I still have all three of mine.
What?
I was missing a piece of my liver.
Oh.
Actually, my whole liver was gone.
I think that's where wisdom teeth are kept then. Yeah.
I think it's a scam, guys. It's an organ harvesting ring. I knew it.
No, because I was awake for the entire thing.
I'm surprised they didn't knock you out.
Because I thought that was gonna what they were gonna do it, but no, I was awake for the entire thing.
They're supposed to knock you out for it. I don't know why.
Obviously there was anesthetic, so like I wouldn't, like, it didn't feel pain as bad as I would have if I didn't have that numb feeling.
Yeah.
But I was awake for the entire thing.
That is still very surprising to me.
I don't know. I mean, everything went fine with the surgery. I had to go the following week for like a checkup, and they removed the stitches. And yeah, everything went fine. Like, it didn't get infected or anything. And
well, that's a good thing, at least.
So it just sucked.
Yeah, it sounds like it sucked the entire time.
It
took out 4 of your wisdom teeth. No. Yes, guys, I know what you're... There was a lot of it, I'm sure. That's because I walked from one room to the other briefly.
Holy crap. The boss house.
No bathroom
included.
Tour. The audio tour, yeah. This is actually the audio book of the house update.
Okay. But yeah, and the entire first week was awful. I was hungry the entire time, but I couldn't eat anything like solid, like normal foods, because it would hurt.
Yeah, I get you.
And But yeah, but now I'm good. Doesn't hurt anymore. But
That's good, buddy.
But yeah, I went to my dentist this week, and I joked like, he asked me, "How did it go?" Because the guy that did the wisdom teeth procedure was a different dentist, not my regular guy. And I told him, I'd never want to do that again. So I'm glad.
It's like, you couldn't pay me to do this shit again.
Next time, you guys got to pay me.
Yep.
But yeah, they took
It's
out
like, you guys aren't getting paid for this next one, just so you know.
But everything went fine because I've had 2 friends that had like kind of shitty experiences with it. One of my friends, her stitches like broke. So.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Actually, one of mine did too, actually, after I got mine done.
Yeah.
I was actually, when it happened, I was actually pretty concerned about it. Because at the end of the day, you have a hole in your mouth where a tooth used to be at, so and you get infected. That was my biggest worry. I called the dental office after the stitch came out, and I'm like, "Hey, is this going to be a big issue?"
But wasn't it your shitty dentist or the new one?
No, this wasn't even the shitty dentist back then. This was a different dentist office. Period. Like a dental surgeon is the one who did the work.
Yeah.
So, not the dentist office that I had a shitty experience with that I left. Different place. Still wasn't that fun, though. But yeah, they ended up telling me, contact your primary dentist, which was the shitty dentist.
Like, I guess I'm dying.
Like, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Lay epic.
Yeah, no. And I had a friend of mine when we were in college. He was an out of town student, so he went to the. I hear how it works is that what you call these orthodontist faculty at my school, orthopedic faculty at my school. In order for them to graduate, the students there, they had to be there for a certain amount of surgeries. So you can get your wisdom teeth removed for free. The catch is that a student has to do it, you know?
Oh.
So, you know.
Of course.
Can't gamble there.
Yes, thank you. The least qualified person possible.
I mean, obviously a certified professor is there, right? So like,
okay.
You know, you don't go into it alone, but yeah, there is my friend did have like a very bad experience with it.
I can only imagine why.
But he was helping out one of his roommates, so
it's like, hey bro, can you do me a favor? Let me fuck with your teeth.
After the surgery, hey bro, do you want to like? Have you ever thought of getting your degree in something else?
Yeah. You're like, why do you say that? Well, I have to blend all my food now to consume it, so.
You told me it would take 2 weeks to recover. It's been 3 months.
Yep. And now here I am mixing up cereal with milk in a fucking blender just to eat it. I can't chew anything.
Maybe you want to go to law school.
Law school, dude. So, anyway, no, I can't trust you to be a dentist. I'm not going to trust you to represent me.
Well, I mean, lawyers don't have to do, like, lawyers here don't have to do, like, a trial in order to graduate. They graduated like everybody else.
Botch, yeah. But if someone can't operate on my mouth, how am I going to trust somebody to defend me when I'm facing a potential life sentence? By the time they're done, for something like petty, like shoplifting, I'm going to get like 200 years in prison. That's how incompetent I trust this lawyer to be.
But that doesn't even make sense, Ryan, because surgery and being a lawyer isn't even the same thing. Maybe they're good at lawyers.
What I'm saying is I don't trust them to be competent enough to defend me. If I can't trust you to be a dentist, why should I trust you to be a lawyer?
Because they're 2 different things.
I know they're 2 different things, but if you don't have a certain skill set in something like dentistry,
dentist, I want to be a heart surgeon. I'd be like, okay, maybe you shouldn't.
Why would you do? No, don't be a heart surgeon. Fuck that. Do something else. Something that doesn't involve someone's freedom or health. Like Dollar General, like I did.
Anyways, yeah.
You can work retail.
And that's that was it, guys. I didn't get into any car accidents, so I'm sorry about that.
Damn it. So you just deprived us of a good podcast topic.
Yeah. But
Imagine
we
we
got a
both
bunch
had
of
car
clickbait
accidents.
titles, a bunch of TikTok clips that you guys can
got a lot of good
by
shit out of this one.
found it following us on all of our social media at TOPP.pod on Instagram and TikTok. Ryan, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on the Top Pod at TOPPOD Top Pod. But when I'm not doing this podcast, you can find me at the Nostalgia Factor. Check me out on there for retro gaming content. Thank you guys for supporting the episode. Follow us on sometimes a little bit here and there. You guys have to pay attention, though, especially for those episodes. But check us out on all the socials, guys. Great to be back doing the podcast. We're going to try to be as consistent as we can.
Next week we're not going to do it, but the week after that,
we're not doing it this week. But, after this episode, there won't be one for at least another week. But just know this podcast is still going. We're not alive. Dead like most people on the internet assume. Yeah, we're still alive. Not dead like most people assume when a show doesn't upload for a while. But, yeah, check us out on all the socials. Great to be back doing consistent-ish episodes, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe, and stay away from deer. They'll fuck up your car.
No Ryan's recommend this week, because this time Ryan needs your help. Goodbye.
I just recommended 2 things for this. Okay, fine. Goodbye.